What if the next person you meet could change your life forever, but they're nothing like you? Imagine the richness of a conversation with a foreign exchange student. Their stories, their worldview, their culture, all different yet all fascinating. Such encounters invite us to broaden our horizons, to learn and to grow. They teach us that diversity is not a threat, but a treasure trove of fresh perspectives and enriching experiences. Acceptance is not about tolerating differences, but celebrating them. Remember the story of the foreign exchange student? Let's dive deeper. Picture a young girl thousands of miles away from home stepping into a world unknown. Her name was May, and she hailed from a small village in China. Her customs, her language, her way of life, all were as different to us as night and day. At first, the differences were glaring. We stared at her chopsticks, puzzled by her Mandarin, and were baffled by her unfamiliar customs. Yet May remained patient and optimistic. She taught us how to hold chopsticks, shared stories of her homeland, and even introduced us to her favorite Chinese dishes. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but slowly we began to embrace the differences. And that was the turning point. Her unique perspective and experiences opened our eyes to a world we hadn't known existed. We learned about the fascinating history of China, the complexity of its language, and the richness of its culture. We discovered that our way of life wasn't the only way, and that difference wasn't something to fear, but to celebrate. Through May, we learnt a valuable lesson in acceptance. We discovered that embracing diversity didn't mean losing our identity, but enriching it. We realized that accepting others for who they are didn't weaken us, but strengthened us. It made us more understanding, more tolerant, and ultimately more human. In the end, our differences didn't create a divide, but a bridge. So what did we gain from accepting someone so different? Well, quite a lot, actually. Acceptance, you see, is not a one-way street. It's a journey of growth, of learning, and most importantly, of connection. By embracing those distinct from us, we open ourselves to a world brimming with new perspectives. It's like adding a new color to our palette, a color we never knew existed, which suddenly makes our painting richer and more vibrant. Remember our exchange student? Their uniqueness added a refreshing layer to our community tapestry. We learned new traditions, tasted different cuisines, and explored diverse viewpoints. They helped us realize that our world wasn't just black and white, but a beautiful spectrum of colors. In the end, acceptance is about creating a more inclusive world, a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Acceptance doesn't cost us anything, but it rewards us with everything. Now it's your turn. Embracing acceptance and diversity isn't just a nice idea, it's a call to action. It's about choosing to see the world in full color, to appreciate the richness of human experience, and to learn from those whose lives may differ from our own. This is not just a passive act, but an active choice, a decision that can shape our lives for the better. Imagine the potential for personal growth that comes from opening your heart and mind to others. Imagine the positive impact you could have on your community by simply choosing acceptance over indifference, understanding over judgment. In a world that often feels divided, each of us has the power to build bridges, to foster unity, and to create a sense of belonging. So, let's take a step towards acceptance today. Let's choose to learn from each other, to grow together, and to create a more inclusive world. Remember, every person you meet is a new opportunity to learn, grow, and make the world a little more accepting.